Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am so incredibly excited you're here because we are in for a truly profound exploration of spiritual mastery. Today, we're diving deep into the teachings of the Tang Dynasty patriarch, Master Shandao. But we aren't just looking at these ancient texts in isolation. We're going to unlock their absolute deepest secrets through the brilliant, unifying lens of teacher Lin Mingshan. His incredibly detailed explanation and complete interpretation does something truly spectacular. It takes two of the greatest Buddhist traditions and bridges them into one seamless, unified path.
So let's start off with a really grounding question. How on earth do we actually find awakening in a chaotic world? It's tough, right? Buddhist texts actually refer to the era we live in right now as the Dharma ending age. It's a time defined by what they call the five turbidities. Basically, confusion, distraction, and some really heavy habitual tendencies that make spiritual practice feel incredibly difficult. Honestly, it can feel like a total uphill battle just to quiet our minds for 5 minutes, let alone achieve some sort of lasting awakening.
Okay, let's dive right into our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. The Dharma ending age, 2. The core focus, 3. Lens 1, the Zen perspective, 4. Lens 2, the Pure Land perspective, 5. The grand synthesis, and finally, 6. Living the synthesis.
Starting right off with Section 1, the Dharma ending age.
The source texts we're looking at today, they really pull no punches. We are starting from a place of being, and I quote, beings of ignorance and delusion, who have wandered in samsa for countless kalpas. Basically, we've got a lot of baggage. In this specific era, relying entirely on self-power, trying to force our way to enlightenment purely through our own isolated willpower is exceptionally hard. We're just too heavily weighed down by greed, anger, and delusion.
But, there is a solution, and it comes straight from Master Shandao's famous commentary, the Guanjing CT Shu. Let's look at this really majestic quote together. Cultivate the Buddha's great compassionate mind. Those who practice for a long time without regression, may the Buddha's vows reach out from afar to fully prepare and protect us, so that in every thought we see all Buddhas. Now, this single paragraph right here, this is the entire foundation of our explainer today. So, the crucial point here is that Master Shandao isn't just being poetic. He's giving us a literal, concrete framework. We can actually break it down into these 4 actionable steps. First, we arouse great compassion, literally feeling the suffering of others as if it were our own. Second, we practice consistently without slipping backward. Third, we have to recognize our own limitations and seek the distant, unfailing blessings of Amitabha Buddha. And fourth, the ultimate goal, seeing Buddhas in every thought.
Which brings us to Section 2, the core focus.
I really want to anchor you to this specific recurring motif, Nianyan Zhenjufo. In every thought, in every mind moment, we see all Buddhas. Now, it is super vital to understand that this does not mean you're walking around hallucinating physical statues of Buddhas every time you blink, not at all. Instead, it means aligning every single mind moment so perfectly with the Buddha's merit that the awakened nature of the Buddha manifests in your every thought.
Moving right along into Section 3, Lens 1, the Zen perspective.
Now, this is exactly where teacher Lin Mingshan's incredibly detailed and complete interpretation truly shines. He takes this whole concept of seeing Buddhas and looks at it first through the formless path of Zen. Listen to Lin Mingshan's exact words here. In Zen, every thought sees the visual faculty, or awareness. Why? Because Buddha means awakened one, and only the Buddha is constantly awake. Do you see what he did there? Lin completely redefines seeing Buddhas for us. He's telling us that to see the Buddha is to literally tap into our original, ever-present awakened nature. It's all about witnessing awareness itself.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating here is the paradox. This pure awareness that Lin describes, it is completely formless, signless, and totally empty of characteristics. You can't touch it, you can't hold it, and yet, it is perfectly responsive. It discerns all phenomena and responds to whatever conditions arise. It completely, 100% bypasses the need for physical forms, allowing us to rest in what is called the Tathagata position.
To back this up, Lin connects this formless awareness directly to the historical roots of Zen. This quote is actually from Shakyamuni Buddha as he passed the teachings down to Mahakashapa. It reveals that the true Dharma doesn't have some fixed, rigid form. It totally transcends language and appearances. By abiding in this no-dharma awareness, Zen practitioners are able to see their true nature and attain Buddhahood in every single thought.
Let's pivot to Section 4. Lens 2. The Pure Land Perspective.
All right, so having clearly established the Zen perspective, Lin Mingsheng pivots brilliantly to his second lens, the much more concrete practice of Pure Land Buddhism. Here, Lin's detailed explanation shows us that in the Pure Land tradition, Nianyan Jianzhu, Fo, simply means continuously reciting the Buddha's name. But why? Well, Lin connects it directly to Samantabhadra Bodhisattva's first great vow, which is to worship and respect all Buddhas. The absolute most ultimate, concentrated way to fulfill that immense vow is through continuous recitation.
Because look, when you recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, you're not just repeating a random phrase. Amitabha translates directly to infinite light and infinite life. And as Lin details for us, this specific name actually encompasses the merits of all Buddhas across all space and all time. So reciting this one specific name is literally the ultimate shortcut to paying respect to every single Buddha in existence, all at the exact same time.
Lin points out a really beautiful paradox here. This method is literally so simple that anyone can do it. You're just repeating a name. Yet, its meaning is so profoundly subtle and wondrous that it unveils the essence of thousands of sutras. It's like the ultimate secret key, gifted to us, ordinary beings, purely through Amitabha's immense compassion.
And this leads us right into Section 5, the grand synthesis.
Okay, so this brilliantly illustrates Lin Mingsheng's complete interpretation. On one side, you've got Zen, where every thought sees formless, signless awareness. On the flip side, you have Pure Land, where every thought recites a constant form and sound, the Buddha's name. Lin takes these two seemingly totally opposite paths, one entirely formless, the other deeply grounded in form, and reveals a profound, game-changing truth.
They are literally the exact same practice. Lin's detailed conclusion is that whether you are resting perfectly in formless awareness or you are deeply reciting the Buddha's name with perfect concentration, you are arriving at the exact same eternal destination, Amitabha Buddha's land of eternal serene light. By honestly reciting the name, we perfectly unite Zen's focus on awareness with Pure Land's focus on the name.
Finally, Section 6. Living the Synthesis.
So, the philosophy is absolutely beautiful, right? But how do we actually apply this massive spiritual synthesis to our messy daily lives? Let's bring it all the way back down to earth, based on Master Shandao's text and Lin Mingsheng's integrated teachings. Here are your concrete, actionable takeaways. First, wake up and deliberately arouse great compassion every single day. Second, recite the Buddha's name consistently. Make it more important than your own life so you don't regress. Third, drop your ego entirely and request Amitabha's distant blessings. And finally, aim for that unbroken thought-after-thought connection. And if we can maintain this unified practice, the texts offer us this incredible, truly uplifting promise. As it says here, this is the attainment in one lifetime spoken of the Infinite Life Sutra and the perfect fulfillment of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva's first great vow. It promises that at the moment of passing, Amitabha Buddha and the Holy Assembly will actually appear, leading us to ultimate liberation so we can eventually return and help others.
I want to leave you with a lingering thought today. We've seen through Lin Mingxiang's complete interpretation that by walking this unified path of Zen awareness and Pure Land recitation, true awakening is entirely possible for us, even today. So if every single thought holds the profound power to see all Buddhas, what will you choose to focus on in your very next thought? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep those minds focused, and I will see you in the next one.